back. We are back in the show. The long-awaited wait. A long-awaited wait. That's good. That's good talking right there. The long-awaited wait. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
Lower the volume. Oh yeah. Hey Atsuki, how's it going? How's it going? So, back from Germany. Today I was thinking actually, what kind of study should we do? And I was thinking that should render and do corrections and kind of like reanalyze the decisions we've done and the changes we need to do. There are changes, but then I was thinking render in the terms of blocking in the major shapes and volumes to get an understanding of like what's going where. Hey Kiwi, what's up? How's it going? Kiwi. Yeah, so the art department went really well. It was lots of fun, lots of people. Hey Dame Deviant. You were missed, Miguel. I would say the art department in Berlin, it was their first, but the mood and our like arrangement of everything was really good. I'm good. The bear is good. I'm happy, which is a good thing to be happy. Hey, Dr. Shellen. I will try to kind of talk about the art department a little bit on the stream. It was really cool. There was lots of good people. Yeah. As we're gonna do Study Monday, I might as well start, and I can be jammering on about the art department. A happy bear is exactly what we all want. Oh, too kind. Okay, so I'm gonna approach it like an eraser. I'm gonna remove the arm. Like now I have erased. And let's determine that. So the idea of what I want to do today is we revisit the longer study. Pick one and enhance it, and then I was thinking 10 minutes of adjustments and then 20 minutes of English. 20 minutes of rendering. Wow. Right, so the art department was really cool. They had a huge old brewery that is no longer a brewery to their disposal. It was more or less one massive room where they had the main stage. And then they had a second stage that was in the far corner, like through a corridor, which was pretty cool. So, but like if you would criticize it, it would be like, oh, it's a little bit too far away, this second stage. The organizers were saying like, you keep going until the point where it feels wrong, and then you keep going a little bit further, and then you'll get to the second stage. It was like in the tunnel, then a right, and then a left, and then a left. Hey, Zelin. Bruno Romanos, what's up? Oh, and by the way, um, let's see here. 1 second, people. 1 second, people. Here, I found some old anatomy studies from, I think, 2006. Let's switch to this view. Some old anatomy stuff. I really love doing it. And this study, where you first break down the pose in basic geometrical shapes, like the direction of the box, and then you draw again using the same kind of principles, and then how you align the feet based on perspective is really good study. Like you notice all these things, you study them and how they, like, the feet are orientated and so on. It's really good. And the offhand anatomy in the middle, meaning the wrong hand. Hey, Eternal Lady, the Warlord. The Warlord Bjorn has returned from Germany with the spoils of victory, right? Hey, Dame Deviant. For those who want to look at those a little bit closer, they are on Discord in Share Your Art. I thought I'd, because I started arranging my art book, meaning I started scanning a lot of pages, and I was going through my sketchbooks, and I noticed that because I had anatomy only sketchbook for quite some time until it ran out, and then I think I used loose papers. I don't want to flip the image because I can't flip it in reality. I want to just try to observe to the best of my ability here. It's a little bit what it is. All right, so the workshop was great. So it started like day one, opened the gates. Lots of people came. Lowish started the workshop by doing the first talk. There was a lot of really cool people. They had like exhibition and a booth for selling or buying art books. They had a lot of exhibitions from the artists with like original mannequins and sketchbook behind counters of, you know, like famous kids movies, the sketchbooks of those people and game developers and so on. So that was really cool. They said it was 650 people a day, which was nice. My talk went really well. I didn't stumble, which is a good start, right? And also, I always, though, when I do my talks, they are so significantly different from the other people's talks, because I love theory and no one else have theory in their talks more, except Evan. Evan actually had theory in there, which was really cool to see, and he was up before me, Evan Amundsen. That was great. Eternal, if it was recorded, I think it was recorded. It should have been recorded. They said that they record all the talks. And they also, like, if you started posting photos from the workshop, they asked people to kindly remove those photos. Like they liked the idea of having official photographs of the talks, at least. So it seems like they're controlling output to some degree. So which means they probably recorded everything. I mean, they are very professional at that workshop. They have a full team of audio and a video, and there was like a specific booth for them, and they were really, really seasoned. They knew exactly what they were doing. It was really cool, really cool. So I'm quite sure it was all recorded. It all went through a machine, I'm quite sure. Yeah, but my talk went well. I'd say, I doubt it was 650 people, like exact number in the chairs, but there was a lot of people, and it was stressful. What I talked about art directing, and art directing yourself, and I made, I explained it like it's an onion. So I started at the most basic, smallest layer of an onion in the center, and then for every slide I added another layer, meaning another layer of complexity, but every layer that's added on top of it always goes through all the layers, you know, so it is coherent. So it's kind of building up the argument of the theory and things like that. And I think it went over quite well. It was, like I said, it was very theory heavy. Like it was really very limited amount of show and tell in that sense. But people liked it. People said it was really good, and some people even said it was the best one at the talk, which was very nice to hear. And I now will take that praise gladly. Eternal Lady, no standing ovation, unfortunately. No chanting, Bjorn, 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 and no like right on the shoulders of everyone in the workshop. It wasn't that good, mind you. It was okay. It wasn't to that extent of amazing, but no. But there was a lot of applause. People coming up afterwards saying it was a good talk, compliments. So, and the organizer said, yeah. And the organizer, the main guy, said, "Wow." He came up and said, "Wow, you can really teach." And he said, "I'm very glad that you were here. Thank you very, blah 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 blah." So that's good. Organizer is happy. Happy organizer means a happy Bjorn, and a happy organizer means hopefully I'll be back next year. But the expectations of next year, like based on how well it went this year, it'll easily be twice the amount of numbers. So they were expecting next year, if everything goes well, like in Netherlands, the next year we'll have like 1,500 people, and obviously they have to change location.
I feel like I should say something smart.
Hey, Doig Swift. Thanks for the raid. Welcome all you 10 people. What's up? Hey, Frenchie. Hey, Doig Swift. Or do IG. No, I think it's Doig Swift because capitals. Hello, everyone. How many speakers? There were maybe a total of 20. Around 20, 30 speakers. Maybe 20, I think. For all you new people in the raid, welcome. It is Study Monday, meaning for the last few weeks, our Study Monday revolves around anatomy. And if you want, you type 'ref and you will get the references. There are 3 poses in the reference. We're aiming for 10 minutes each. And today I decided not to do additional studies, but to correct, redraw, in the way of traditional media, as in if something was wrong, you erase it completely and then you redraw that area. And now I spent 10 minutes correcting, and now I'm going to spend 10 minutes painting in the generic the generic drawing, the general light, to try to kind of get my head around the general. I'm saying general like every second word. The light source, to get a grasp of which area is pointing where. So yeah, 20 speakers probably. Some really good killers. Doig Swift, well, thank you very much. I hope you had a great stream. And just because you are so kind of rating, people can check you out. Yeah, but the talk went really well. I'm really happy. I'd say that was my record of amount of people, like 650 people. Like I said, I assume that not every single person that was there during the day was there, but it's a good number, and it was a huge amount of people sitting and listening. Like it was really cool because in the back, where they were all, behind where you were talking was an open space, and over there was all the exhibitions and hangouts and Procreate and Wacom tables and paint over areas and chill outs places and life drawing areas. This was all in one massive hall, and it was really cool. And there was top down facing speakers, so when you were sitting in the crowd to listen to the talk, you were hearing the audio being shot down from above. So it was really well, you could hear it rather well, and wasn't like from far away echoing through the hallway, the speaker system. It was right there and there, you know. So that was cool, speaking in front of 650 people in Germany. Mike Hill was there talking, destroying as per usual. Jama Jumarabaev was also there, doing a talk about VR and the use of it in movies. Well, in his career, he talked about Aladdin and Jurassic Park and things like that. Yeah, it was some big names there. It's really cool. And we also had a book signing for hardcover, which is out now. I think people are getting them now delivered all over the world, which is really cool. Lots of copies of hardcover was sold, which is great. It was fun. Sitting at around a table with maybe, I think, 15 people of hardcover was there signing. I can't show it because it's, you know, nudity. But yeah, it's really cool. Hey, Cosmo Verse, 1 month away from the powerful 12. Oof. Thank you for the support. It's really appreciated. I say it every time, and I mean it every time. It's truly appreciated. Iglesias, yeah, it was really cool. Some really great people there that signed. There's a lot of good people signing the hardcover. So I got my copy fully signed. I also got Frenchy, great, thanks. I also got the limited edition embossed cover with This is like hardcover, and it has a sketchbook and the book itself. And they're black books with hardcover only on the side, which is cool. It's a nice, like, anonymous, tasteful, low-key book, and then when you look inside, it's like a rainbow of color and sexual orientation. It's all sorts of things in there. Printing quality is fantastic. Seeing everyone's work, like Kim Young-gi, everyone, a lot of big names in there. It's fantastic. Really glad to see it, and really happy to be a part of it and sign some books. I must say it was officially my first book signing, so that was a first, you know. Iglesias, yeah, exactly, or Miguel. Yes. Spiridon had all the contributors there, and also you got like a packet with posters and stickers and things like that in the limited edition, or like full backer version. But there was also just a plain one there for purchasing. I think Kim Young-gi draws constantly. And also, I met Meat Slurp and Snibbles, the winner of Unreal Bjorn 2. Oh yeah. And I gave Snibbles a portfolio review. I had a 2-hour slot for people to sign up for my name, and before the workshop was open, people were queuing, and as soon as they opened the door, people ran to write their names for or sign up for a portfolio review. So that was crazy. And I think I was there for 2 hours. I had 15 minutes per person, and or 10, like 10-15 minutes per person, and it was a constant. Like, oh hi, your time is up, swap. Hi person, and you shook your hand, and then like, hey, your time is up, shoop, 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 like constant, like conveyor belt of people, which was cool, and also it gave me opportunity to see a lot of art, but a lot of also character designers came to show their stuff, which was really cool. And I saw one girl who's almost there, like really solid, really cool style. And I gave her critiques, and I hopefully she'll take this critique, work on it, and then come back next year, and I will be there also next year, and hopefully I can see her improvement. And if the improvements are there, I think I'm gonna offer her a job for sure. We'll see. Hopefully next year. But yeah, it was really cool. Met Snivels and Meat Slurp. French. Yeah, that was my feedback. Listen, concept design in all its glory, but I mean, not even a single shade of blue. I mean, no. I have her name. I added her on Facebook. Eternal Lady. I can dig it out. Not right now though. I'm doing this. I don't remember her name fully because I met 12,000 people, 650 per day, and heard so many names. I shook so many hands. I looked at so much art. I kind of know what her name is, but me and names first of all, and then this situation. But I know her. I'm friends with her on Facebook now. I can kind of figure it out. I think she's friends with some of my friends also. So that's easy. And also I met my old student Lorenzo Tosi. Oh yeah. And some other people from other years at other workshops were also there. The one and only Trevor Claxton was there, graced us all with his presence of design mastery. I also was, Spiridon was there, obviously. Firestarter guy, which is, you can see at the bottom right, is the art community of this stream and this industry. And we had panel talks, and I was in one panel, and I was on the panel of networking, and a lot of people apparently enjoyed what I had to say about networking. A few of them came up afterwards and said, yes, that's exactly what you said was great. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm happy you're happy. It was nice. And also Drink and Draw Berlin, they had like after party at their Drink and Draw Berlin boat, and at the end they gave us all the speakers, they gave a free special edition Drink and Draw moleskin and some really nice artist pens. So that was also a nice surprise. Some swag. And now that I've finished more or less freelancing for the year. I'm not gonna probably take on any more freelance, except for my prior engagements, obviously. I'm not gonna do any talk anymore, which means I will start collecting my art book, putting together my art book. And after talking to Spiridon, I think I'm ready to do my first art book. And this art book, the idea of it will be based on fantasy, dark fantasy paintings. You know, those dark fantasy sketches I've been pushing out. But also, I went through all my like 60 sketchbooks and earmarked all interesting look, all the interesting fantasy related monsters and characters and things like that, and I'm gonna scan a lot of them. I've scanned maybe 5 sketchbooks already, but let's just say there are a few left. It's so fucking heavy. There's a few left to scan. But it's happening. It's happening, people. I'm making my first art book. And it's going to be purely fantasy. I was looking through my sketchbooks, but there's so many other things. It's like, that robot is awesome. But nope. Purely just fantasy stuff. So hopefully I can count on your support. Most likely will be a Kickstarter on it at some point next year. Hopefully it will happen. I must say though, like looking through the sketches, and my sketchbooks are always crazy, right? There's some shit ideas and explorations, and then one gold, and then we keep exploring. Then I think seeing them all together afterwards, like the cherry-picked ones, is like, oh, it's going to be a pretty cool selection of things, I think, which I'm happy to send to Spiridon for him to wrangle it into a book. This is weird. I don't know what's happening, but we went from 45 people to 8, and now 29. Hey, Twitch, are you drunk? What are you doing, Twitch? Oh well. Hopefully it wasn't like me showing sketchbooks and everyone's like, fuck this. So strange, right? The numbers just took a knee completely. Anyways, just the observation. Regardless of how many we are, thank you for being here, for those who are. And yes, we are Legion. Hopefully the book will have support. And I would hate it if my English, my first book would just nosedive, like totally tank. I would cry a little bit, I think, and then just keep all my sketchbooks for myself. Okay, time is up. I think overall, pretty good end result. I think I somewhat, I would say, understand the relationship between the forms, somewhat able to define the direction in the forms and the shadows and the relationship between them, which is pretty good. Observing the highlight, where the center of the mass is towards the light direction. Looking forward to do the next pose, next warm-up, next study Monday. But tomorrow we're gonna do your topic, whatever you suggest. So come a little bit early than 10 past. Give me your topic of suggestion. I will roll the dice and I will draw something that we probably have never seen before. Friendship, yeah, absolutely, it's crazy. All right, everybody, we're gonna find someone to raid. I think if we're lucky, Jim Lee is still live. He is still live. So let's raid Jim Lee. Jim Lee is American comic book artist, living legend. So let's give him some love. Have a great one, everyone. I will do the outro, and after the outro, take you to the raid. So please don't go anywhere. Thank you for coming. Have a great one, and see you tomorrow.